Horror, science, deception, and thrill. No one does it better than Stranger Things. Over the past 3 seasons, this Netflix hit has kept us at the edge of our seats. Every episode has something new to offer, be it supernatural encounters or pure hard horror. Speaking of horror, Season 4 is about to give us all the terror that we've been waiting for. Here's why Stranger Things Season 4 is going to be a masterpiece. First, every ending has a beginning. We've all seen the official Season 4 trailer of Stranger Things by now. All it really did was give us more clues on things that have already been hinted at. For starters, we got to know that Eleven is living with Byers in California, but is still struggling to fit into normal teenage life. Even though Hopper is alive, he's still being held captive by the Russians, who are interested in doing their very own upside-down experiments. As for new characters, we're excited to see Robert Englund step into the world of Stranger Things as the infamous Victor Creel. Now, there's also a new teaser clip to get us even more excited for Season 4. This time, we saw Max at Billy's tombstone, grieving her brother who made a sacrifice in the Season 3 finale. It's easy to speculate that since Billy was upside-down spy back in Hawkins and acted as a pawn to the Mind Flayer's plans of world domination, Max might be the next target. But here's the real question. Will Max get the powers that Eleven lost? As far as we know, Eleven is powerless at the moment, but Sam Owens says that there's a supernatural war coming soon, and she's the only key to humanity's survival. Talk about no pressure. If you look at all the trailers, images, and tidbits released over the past year, there's only one common theme: horror. The directors of Stranger Things are finally leaning into a true horror storyline, and we're all for it. I mean, the horror vibe was a dead giveaway when we heard Journey's Separate Ways playing all the way through the trailer, quite ominously. One of the biggest reveals from the Season 4 trailer was Vecna, a new human-like beast who's ready to unleash all hell in the latest season. His arrival is what makes Stranger Things the perfect trifecta of Lovecraft, 80s horror, and some Game of Thrones aesthetic. If you thought the previous Stranger Things seasons were eerie, then get ready for all types of nightmares in Season 4. Next, time for California. Creepy dolls, gunfights, explosions, and ominous men tell us that there's more to California than just sunshine and roses. A new teaser clip that premiered during Netflix's Stranger Things Day celebration gave us a brand new perspective to the otherwise gloomy-looking show. Everything looked sun-drenched, all bright, and apparently happy. We know it's been quite some time since Eleven, Jonathan, Will, and Joyce relocated to California, but it's the first time that we got a look at their new home and some of the new dangers lurking in the background. The clip begins with Eleven's voice saying, "We will have the best spring break ever," as she writes a letter to Mike. But just one look, and we can tell things aren't as great as they sound. Apart from finding it difficult to make new friends at school, the teaser clip showed us what we love best about Stranger Things: chaos and thrill. We're excited to know more about the creepy doll that we saw multiple times, the creepy men in suits, and even a desert car chase. Everything is hinted towards an exciting new season, and we can't wait to stream all of it. The Creel house is giving us the creeps. Back in September of 2021, the Duffer Brothers introduced all Stranger Things fans to the Creel house. If there's one thing that we know about this Netflix series, it's that no house is just ordinary. There are flickering lights, dead rabbits, and even dead bodies of Creel's own children. And that isn't even the creepiest part. All of this is set to the tune of Dream a Little Dream of Me, so we beg to wonder, did Creel murder his own family? The Creel house is a new locale that will give us some nightmares in the upcoming seasons. The short clip took us back to the 1950s, perhaps the origin story of Victor Creel, who certainly grew up in what looks like a haunted house. As we jump back to present day, which is 1986, we see our group of heroes, Steve, Max, Caleb, and Dustin, along with a few other companions, break into the Creel house to look for clues. Is this place a new portal to the Upside Down? Guess we'll just have to wait until Season 4 is finally released to find out. The entire teaser came with a classic Ghostbusters and Sherlock Holmes vibe, all illuminated by the ticking of a rather creepy grandfather clock. We truly expected nothing less from Stranger Things. So, how scary can it be? Stranger Things started off with a bunch of kids running into supernatural encounters. Now that these kids aren't so little anymore, the makers of the show can finally lean into some creepier vibes. The Duffer Brothers talked about the eerie theme of the new season, saying that they're finally stepping into horror movie territory with Season 4. They've had a lot of fun making this change, but we're pretty sure that it's going to give us all the creeps. Now, the 11 teaser. Another teaser clip of Stranger Things Season 4 was released back in May of 2021, and that gave us even more information about Eleven. This time, we saw our beloved superpowered teen in some kind of medical facility. The clock strikes 3, and all the children play games, including some Demogorgon chess. Then, a magic 8-ball has the words "Signs point to yes" written across it, and there's a Plinko game with 3 discs that landed on 4, 7, and 8. A man with a deep voice says, "Good morning, children," in a rather evil tone, and the camera pans to a door with the number 11 written across it. Then, 11 opens her eyes. What can we make of this little teaser trailer? Perhaps it's an origin story of where 11 was raised and what led her to becoming a superhero teen. Looks like she's had some creepy experiences of her own. Now, what to expect in Season 4? Every Stranger Things fan was left startled with the Season 3 finale. We saw Hopper getting incinerated when Joyce finally closed the gate to the Upside Down. Of course, it was a sacrifice that had to be made to ensure that 11 and the town of Hawkins was safe. However, things might not have gone down the way we saw them. In a mid-credit sequence, we saw 2 guards in a Russian prison take a prisoner to a Demogorgon. The thing that truly shook us was the way they wanted to make sure he was not the American. Everyone immediately assumed that they were talking about Hopper. Long after the Season 3 finale premiered, the creators of Stranger Things confirmed that our speculations were right. It was, in fact, Hopper who was the American. Unfortunately, it's not all good news that Hopper is still alive, though. He's actually in a prison far from home where he's set to face dangers that are both human and other, as the Duffer Brothers put it. They also talk about a new horror coming to the surface in Season 4, something that will connect everything that has happened in the past 3 seasons. They even added that fans should pray for the American, whatever that is supposed to mean for him. Back in the town of Hawkins, all the kids seem to be going back to their roots, to Dungeons and Dragons. We saw Kiri carrying a flag of the Hellfire Club that included an enormous 20-sided dice. All we know for now is that the first episode of Season 4 is titled The Hellfire Club, so I guess we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. Is Season 4 the end of Stranger Things? Stranger Things is one of those shows that has an entire story arc planned out long before it was released. According to the Duffer Brothers, they thought that the story would be complete by 4 or 5 seasons. Now, as the hype around Stranger Things builds up, they've come to realize that 4 seasons is too little to tell their story. Many fans thought that the 4th season would be the last they'd ever see of Stranger Things. But fortunately, that isn't true. Season 4 is truly the beginning of the end, and Season 5 will be the finale. The pandemic-induced lockdown gave the creators time to think about how they wanted to conclude this magnificent story, and it looks like they've got a plan for it now. The first part of Season 4 is set to release on Netflix on May 27th, and the second part will drop on July 1st. It's time for a horrifying summer with Stranger Things this time. That's all for this video. Do you think we'll see a new doorway to the Upside Down in Season 4? What is the deal with the creepy-looking Creel house? Tell us all about your theories in the comments below, and remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content just like this. See you next time.